Okay, so what's happened to the iron is it's been oxidized. That means oxygen's being added. And hopefully you recognize this setup. This is the testing the percentage of oxygen in air. And the missing value, the missing reading here is 45. And then we need that in a second because what we need to do here now is to work out the difference. So it started at 50, it dropped to 45, so that's a change of 5. And then we do 5 divided by 50 because 50 was the starting volume times 100 is a 10% change. Why doesn't all the oxygen react? Well, that's because potentially there's not enough iron present, or the reaction just hasn't had time, it's incomplete. It's not a chance to react. And then the sixth marker, I've done this as bullet points. You need to make sure you expand on this when you're writing this out. So alloys, making alloy is a mixture of metals. And this is a great diagram to show that if we have a pure metal, the atoms are all the same size and they're in nice little layers. And these layers can slide over each other. Therefore, the pure metal is quite a soft metal. When we have a alloy, hopefully you can see, if I maybe even colour them in, that two of these in here are different sizes because this now is a mixture. So we've got two different size atoms in there. And what that's going to do is that disrupts the layers. These layers are no longer nice and flat and smooth, and therefore the layers can't slide over each other as easily, and therefore the alloy is a harder material. Uses for alloys, we use them in construction, we use them in aeroplanes, we use them in cutlery as well, because the alloy properties change because of the mixture that we've made. Compared to electroplating, electroplating is where we cover a metal with a layer of a non-corrosive or corrosion-resistant metal. The corrosion-resistant metal doesn't react with oxygen and water. That's what makes it resistant. Why do we do it? It's going to give us a better appearance. It's going to look nicer. It's going to be more attractive. It also makes it cheaper. So if you have plating of metals, the metal you're plating with can be quite expensive, but your base layer, your metal below the surface is cheap, and you put a little thin layer on top to make it look nice. How do we do it? The metal to be coated is placed at the cathode in a circuit, and the plating metal is to be placed at the anode. So if you plate it with silver, you'd have a silver anode, and the electrolyte must contain ions of the plating metal. So if we're plating with silver, we'd have silver ions in solution.